everyone. My name is Frances Stefani and welcome to our podcast. So I am as a presenter in this podcast. Today we're gonna explore how interfaith implementation are applied in healthcare service in campus health service, which is healthcare institution in this campus. And in a diverse campus service, healthcare service are just not about physical and mental well-being, but they also involve spiritual aspects. And how do medical professionals accommodate patients from different religious backgrounds, and what are the challenges and solutions in creating an inclusive healthcare environment for all? So in this podcast, we'll not only discuss about that, but also we're gonna show you clips from our interview with healthcare service in University of Pelita Harapan. So the nurse as our speaker share her perspective and real life experience for the implementation of interfaith, and by that we will gonna take some conclusion that health center in University of Pelita Harapan had provided service in college around with any differences, especially belief for others. So to explore this further, we're gonna be discuss the insightful conversation with our guests. So what's your name, sir?
Okay, my name is Lian Senaga.
And
My name is Mutual.
and our guest next.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaftanel Paris and I am Jonah.
My name is Apriyadi Sulitonga.
Okay, so this is all our guests. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So at this point, we're gonna talk how Pancasila values that is related to interfaith implementation are applied in this institution, which is first Ketuhanan Yang Maha Esa, which is belief in God, then encourage mutual respect among people with different religions, and while Kemanusiaan Adil dan Beradab, which is humanity, reflect fairness and ethical treatment regardless of faith. Now, that is why these values being implemented in healthcare institution that we choose that ensuring respectful, inclusive healthcare service for all the patients of implementation of interfaith. So for the first one, let's first identify how interfaith relations take shape in this institution we observe. From our observation, we can see how individuals from different religion background interact in the healthcare center. So I would like to ask Mr. Faris. So what do you think when there is a case of a nurse who imposes her religious practice in the hospital, even though the patient religion is different from the nurse belief? So what do you think about this phenomenon, sir?
Okay, thank you. From my point of view, the nurses did not reflect the attitude of practicing the first principle of Pancasila, which as nurses shall uphold the belief of the patient. Nurses not only treat patient, but provide good spiritual care to patient and uphold the practice of Pancasila in the workplace. Yeah, like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you think that nurses should not be forcing patient for their beliefs just because the patient is different religion from the nurses? Yeah. Okay. So and then next we're gonna talk about the phenomenon about the spiritual needs for patients from different religious backgrounds. Can someone give their opinion about that? Of the spiritual needs of patient that is different religious backgrounds. How can a nurse respect and support the spiritual needs for the patient that has different religious backgrounds from them?
Sure. We as nurses, we must offer holistic care for patients because address not only physical needs of the patient, but they are also psychological, spiritual, and spiritual for patient needs. So, to respect and support the spiritual for patients from different religion background, nurses can take several key steps. Like first, nurses can willing, empathic, and open communication. Like active listen when patients talk about their belief or religious practice, and ask respectfully without accusing. For example, like, is there anything specific about your faith that we should consider in your care. The second, adjusting care to accommodate patient belief, like for patient worship and spirit rituals, when possible, support patient in practicing their faith, such as providing a quiet space for Muslim prayer or allowing Christian patients to receive sacrament for a priest. Third, coordinating with family and religious leaders. Like if the patient is comfortable, nurses can include family members or spiritual leaders to provide additional religious or emotional support. And the last, you can as a nurses, you can maintain professionalism and neutrality. Like avoid imposing personal belief on patient. Do not express moral or disagreement with a patient religious view, even if they differ from your own. I think just this. Yeah.
So you say that we have to be support the spiritual needs for the patient. We have to include the spiritual needs for the patient that is from their family.
Yeah, you can support by the spiritual leaders like.
Okay, Ms. Afri, so what do you think about what are the challenges nurses may face in providing interfaith nursing care, and how can they overcome them?
Okay, I will answer that. Maybe as a nurse, challenges is we can trust patient, respect the patient, to continue to build trust and based on their belief. So we can provide their clear education. Maybe we can give some explain benefit, risks, and alternative. So we can to make sure the patient understand what we are saying. We are give the education. Yeah, as we know, we are as a nurse, we can stay professional and give some empathy. So empathy, support, and to try keep good relationship with the patient. Maybe this all.
Okay, so is there anyone have any opinions about that?
I agree with Mr. Abri said. As a nurses, we must do a holistic care, yeah, like that.
So we all agree that holistic care is very important with facing any challenges that nurses may face, right?
Yeah, it's very important.
Okay, so for the next one, I think I found this phenomenon that maybe some of us will know about. There is some phenomenon that someone needs a blood transfusion, but this person that has to give it, but they refuse to give it their blood because in the religion, blood only comes from God. So what do you think, guys, about that? Is there any opinion that you wanna share to us?
That situation requires a further analysis. I think a possible response is focusing on empathy, understanding, and storytelling. So the response that we should do is maybe like, I understand that your religion beliefs are very important to you, and I respect your decision. I know that blood transfusion are against your faith, and I want to assure that I will do everything I can to honor your wishes. However, I also have a professional responsibility to inform you of the potential risk of refusing a blood transfusion. And in your current condition, a transfusion will significantly improve your chance of recovery, and without it, there are serious risks to your health, potentially including others. So I want to make sure you have all the information you need to make informed decision. I think that's how it's supposed to be.
Okay, so that's very kind response here from Miss So that she said that we have to understand first about the patient belief, yeah. So we didn't force any belief that very different from the patient. So what do you think for Ms. Ria? And how can nurses help create inclusive and supportive environment for the patient from different religious and cultural background that has different side from us?
Okay, my opinion, we know the nurses, the patient come from the different regions, like from the cultural or the background. Yeah. So I think nurses play a crucial role in creating an inclusive and supportive environment for patients from diverse religions and cultural backgrounds. Something like cultural competence training. Yeah. Nurses schools and engage in ongoing education and training on cultural competence. Yeah. Next, like active listening, by practicing active listening, nurses can be better understand the unique needs and concerns of patients from various backgrounds. Okay, maybe like respect for beliefs and practice, and then individualist preference, creating a welcoming environment, and advocacy. Nurses can advocate for policies and practice within their healthcare institutes that promote diversity and inclusion. Something maybe like building trust, collaboration with multidisciplinary teams. Yeah. Because working with a diverse team of healthcare professionals can enhance the understanding of cultural noise and improve patient care. Okay, and next we must have the feedback mechanism. Yeah, because we must give the feedback, implementing to allow patients to express their experience and suggestion regarding cultural sensitivity. Yeah, something like that.
So that's very important that we should do collaboration with the patient for supporting the environment for the patients, right?
Yes.
And then I would like to ask this one last questions for identify this matter. So how can nurses continue to provide spiritual nursing care with patients of different religion? Can anybody give me some opinion about that? Because we know that providing spiritual nursing care also it's not always that day, but it has to be continue, right? So how do you think about the commitment, the continue for the nursing care for the patients in different religions?
So I think I will answer this. I think nurses can continue to provide spiritual care for patients of different religions by embracing cultural unity and respecting the beliefs and practices of those like fathers and sisters we as a nurse do holistic care and Beyonce. We are good listener and also be respectful to the
Okay, so I just like that. So that's why I think a healthcare center and also the nurses and all the also nurses and anything in providing healthcare also has to be providing healthcare that from each patient that is different, no matter what their belief, no matter what their background, no matter what they the tradition, anything else. So we also can learn how to practice in our nursing care, right? So that the patient may feel safe, may feel good, and also the purpose of the nursing care also can be provided, right? Okay, so that's all from our podcast. So thank you for all guests that has given their opinions, that very great opinions, and also all the answers. I think we should also reflect on this to from the constitutional values that we as an Indonesian also can give and reflect of how we treat each other in every different religion and every background, right? Okay, so thank you for listening our podcast. I hope that each of us can also provide and treat each us well in every person, especially our as an Indonesian. Okay, so thank you for listening, and I hope you guys can understand and enjoy of this. Thank you guys, and bye bye.